Hello everyone, and welcome to a new Let's Play here at Farmhouse Sing Gaming. And I am very excited to play the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind for you guys. Oh, this game is, I would say, probably my most favoritist game. Favoritist? I said favoritist. Yes, I did. I would say this for me is probably one of the best games that I've ever played. I believe the first time I ever played it, I was in high school, which was roughly around the time that it came out for the Xbox, the first Xbox. And I liked it so much, I bought my own copy sometime later. I bought a Game of the Year edition for the Xbox. And for the purposes of this Let's Play, I will be playing that exact same copy of the game that I acquired all those years ago. However, even though I have I've probably played the Game of the Year edition at least two or three times over, but that was quite a while ago. I would say it's been a few years. So, while there will be a few things I will probably just do out of, muscle memory, most likely, I'm sure there will be a lot of things that I will completely forget about. And I'm sure there are bound to be some interesting shenanigans that will ensue from either me fumbling or who knows what can happen here, because this game is huge and there's actually a lot of little things that can be done. It's a very interactive game, and there's a lot of little fun story elements that are going on and whatnot. So yeah. Either way, yes, I'm very excited. So let's get back to the main page here. And we gotta hit that. Okay, yeah, we had to hit the A button again. And then we hit start, and we're gonna start a brand new playthrough here. Ready, set, go. Oh, look at that. Look at that old Xbox controller right there. Oh, that clunky thing. Oh, gosh. I'm so glad they stopped making that style after a while. Each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. Zurin Ratus? In the waning years of the third era of Tamriel, a prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison. First by carriage, now by boat. To the east, the Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
What's my name? What's my name? Why, good sir, I am going to be called... Well, we all know what I'm going to probably say. Oh, jeez. Ah, the controls! The thumbstick. It's so sensitive. Come on. There we go. Hit the right button. There we go. We're going to be called Raine, of course.
Well, not even last night's could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
You think so, Jib? Jib? How do we pronounce your name?
Quiet. Here comes the car.
This is where we're off. Come with me.
This poor guy's just called guard. Alright, we move around. Left and right thumbstick. Here's right thumbstick. Yeah, I better do as I say. Yeah, I'm working on it, Jib. Oh yeah, so all the way forward on the left thumbstick is, I believe, auto run. But if you just gently tilt it, then you're walking. There we go.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this civil as possible.
Just cut him off. We don't want to listen to you. Alright, everything is activate. Activate everything with A. Good old Xbox version here.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and to the census office.
But see, at least he's nice. He was much nicer than the guy down below deck.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Oh dear! He can't tell what I look like. Alright, if anyone has played an Elder Scrolls game, you get to pick what you want to run as. What race do you want to be? But here in the Elder Scrolls Morrowind, it has a little more flavor to it. It actually tells you what they are slightly better at, and it also tells you if they have any specials, like they get a little added perks to who they are. We have the Argonians, which are one of the beast folk. They can resist disease. They are immune to poison, and they get a spell, I believe it is a spell, to be able to breathe underwater. Then we have the Breton. These guys have quite a nice magic affinity. They get a bonus to their base mana pool. And I said mana. That's magicka in this game. If I say mana, sorry. I mean it either way. They can also resist magic. They get a nice resistance to magicka. And they get a spell called Dragon Skin, which essentially is a shield that they can cast on themselves. Then we have the Dark Elf, or Dunmer. They are one of the Mer or Elf people. They are the poster children for the game. We are in Morrowind, and that is where the Dunmer hail from. Their specials are Ancestor Guardian, which I believe it is supposed to act like a sanctuary spell. It's kind of like it's not really a shield. It's kind of like a ward? I can't remember how it exactly works. It's to kind of take the pressure off, the player. And then a resist fire. They can resist fire. Very, very high resistance to fire. Then we have the High Elf, or Altmer as they call themselves. And they start off, I think, with the highest. Yeah, I do believe that is correct. They start off with the highest magicka bonus to their magicka pool. But it comes at a cost. They're very weak to magic. Magic hurt them very bad. But at least they're resistant to disease, so that's a plus, right? And we have the Imperials, or the Romans, as I like to call them. They very much are like the Romans of the era. They have Star of the West and Voice of the Emperor. Star of the West, I believe, is I think it's an absorb fatigue ability. Yeah, they can absorb fatigue, which is interesting enough. And then they also have the Voice of the Emperor is they can charm people. They can make you like them a little bit more. Yeah. All right, then we have the second beast people, the Khajiit, the Kitty folk. They have a spell called Eye of Night. It allows them to see in the dark. And then they have Eye of Fear, and that is essentially a scare the pants off of anybody. It's considered a demoralize an individual or whatnot. I'm not sure if it works on creatures. I think it does, but I know it definitely works on other people. Yeah, it basically demoralizes them, which I guess essentially scares them and sends them into a frenzy. And they're not frenzy, but frenzy's a different thing entirely. Oh boy, I'm trying to remember all this. Then we have Nord. You want to play as a Viking? Here's your Viking. They are immune to frost, and they are very resistant to shock damage. They have an ability called Woad, I think if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Woad, which is also a shield. Not as beefy as Dragon Skin that the Bretons get, but it's a decent one. And then Thunder Fist is I think that's a frost damage spell. So yeah, they're immune to frost, and they can throw it right back at you. That's pretty good. Then we have Orc. Yeah, so Nord and Orc, yeah. Here we're getting into the smash face kind of guys here. Orcs are pretty resistant to magicka. They're also considered an elf people, a mer people. Osamer, I think is how they call themselves. Besides resisting magicka, they get Berserk. And Berserk allows them to, they fortify their health, they can fortify their fatigue, and they fortify their attack. But it drains their agility pretty bad. So yeah, they're gonna hit harder and be a little tougher to take down. Except the fact that if your agility gets drained too low, then you can technically get knocked down a lot faster, or you can't really dodge very well. Then we have the Red Guard. These guys are a pretty well-rounded individual for if you really like the fighter type. They can also resist disease and resist poison pretty well. And they have Adrenaline Rush. Adrenaline Rush is a lot like the Berserk, but with no negative. So I think it fortifies pretty much everything that would be combat related. So agility, endurance, speed, strength, and health. But no drain or anything like anything. So yeah, that's really nice. And then last but not least, the last of the mer people, the Bosmer Wood Elf. They can resist disease, and their Beast Tongue ability allows them to essentially command a creature for a certain period of time. Yeah, it's okay. As you can tell, I'm not very partial to the Bosmer. They're alright. Not my personal favorite. But for this Let's Play, we're going to be one of the poster kids. Yeah, I don't really like her face, though. I am going to make her female. Looks okay. Yeah, we can go with that. Sure, why not? Let's run with it. Where's it go?
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Call up to the office and they'll finish your release.
I'm sure I'll fit right in. I hope I do. Kind of awkward. Right? You're not gonna say anything to me? Okay, well, I'm gonna go in now. Bye! You have a nice day, sir.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Alright, and here we get to start the lovely process of picking what kind of job we're gonna be. Or what kind of nuisance. Sometimes I like to think of it as a nuisance let loose on the public, depending on what you run. So you can either answer his questions, which will generate a class based off your answers. We'll answer his questions, sorry. Not sure if I said that correctly. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself here and jumping the gun. We answer his questions, and he will generate a class based off the answers we give. And we also have the option to just pick from a class list, or we can fill out the forms ourselves, which, you essentially pick and choose what you want. If you decide to go with answering his questions, this is what you're taken to.
On a clear day, you chance upon a strange animal, its leg trapped in a hunter's claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. What do you do?
All right, do not interfere in the natural evolution of events, but rather take the opportunity to learn more about a strange animal that you've never seen before. Draw your dagger, mercifully ending its life with a single thrust, or use herbs from your pack to put it to sleep. Let's see what happens when we say we're just gonna do the good old-fashioned draw our dagger.
One summer afternoon, your father gives you a choice of chores. What would you rather do?
Gather herbs for your mother, who is preparing dinner. Go catch fish at a stream using a net and line. Work in the forge with him, casting iron for a new plow. Oh, and I also want to point out that the few times I have tested the generate class based on this whole questionnaire thing. You only get 3 choices. The wording or anything, that doesn't change, but the order that they're put in does change. So whatever your answer is for that first option, the gather herbs for your mother who's preparing dinner, that could be at the bottom of the list. So you don't just want to, plow through this quickly if you really want to take your time thinking, because you might accidentally pick the wrong one. So I would say, I think we're going to go catch fish.
Norton has given you a very embarrassing nickname, and even worse, likes to call you it in front of friends. You have asked him to stop, but he finds it very amusing to watch you blush. What do you do?
Make up an even more embarrassing nickname for him and use it constantly until he learns his lesson. Make up a story that makes your nickname a badge of honor instead of something humiliating. Or beat up your cousin, then tell him that if he ever calls you that nickname again, you will bloody him worse than this time. How about for funsies? Let's make up a story about our nickname.
There is a lot of heated discussion at the local tavern over a group people called telepaths. They've been hired by certain city-state kings. Rumor has it these telepaths read a person's mind and tell their lord whether a follower is telling the truth or not. You believe what?
This is a terrible practice. A person's thoughts are his own, and no one, not even a king, has the right to make such an invasion into another human's mind. Loyal followers to the king have nothing to fear from a telepath. It is important to have a method of finding assassins and spies before it is too late. In these times, it is a necessary evil. Although you do not necessarily like the idea, a telepath could have certain advantages during a time of war or in finding someone innocent of a crime. I've never picked any of the other. I have always picked the terrible practice. That's just the way I am.
Your mother sends you to the market with a list of goods to buy. After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper has given you much money back in exchange for one of the items. What do you do?
Do you pocket the extra money knowing that the shopkeepers in general tend to overcharge customers anyway? Decide to put the extra money to good use and purchase items that would help your family? Or return to the store and give the shopkeeper his hard-earned money, explaining to him the mistake? I think I'll give him back his money. Why not?
While in a marketplace, you witness a thief cut a purse from a noble. Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coin feet. What do you do?
Leave the bag there, knowing that it is better not to get involved. Pick up the bag and signal to the guard, knowing that the only honorable thing to do is return the money to its rightful owner. Pick up the bag and pocket it, knowing that the extra windfall will help your family in times of trouble. Let's go ahead and give the money back. Why not?
Your father sends you on a task which you loathe, cleaning the stables. On the way there, pitchfork in hand, to your friend from the homestead near your own. He offers to do it for you, in return for a future favor of his choosing. What do you do?
Decline his offer, knowing that your father expects you to do the work, and it is better not to be in debt. Ask him to help you, knowing that 2 people can do the job faster than 1, and agree to help him with one task of his choosing in the future. Accept his offer, reasoning that as long as the stables are cleaned, it matters not who does the cleaning. I think we should ask him to help us.
Your mother asks you to help fix the stove. While you're working, a very hot pipe slips moorings and falls towards her. What do you do?
Do you push your mother out of the way, grab the hot pipe and try to push it away, or position yourself between the pipe and your mother? Well, instinctually, I would probably just push Mom
While
away.
in town, the baker gives you a stroll. Delighted, you take it into an alley to enjoy, only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it. What do you do?
Drop the sweet roll and step on it, then get ready for the fight. Act like you're going to give him the sweet roll, but at the last minute throw it in the air, hoping that they'll pay attention to it long enough for you to get a shot in on the leader. Give him the sweet roll now without argument, knowing that later this afternoon you will have all your friends with you and can come and take whatever he owes you. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna give it to him, and I'll slug him when he's looking.
Entering town, you are witness to a very well-dressed man running from a crowd. He screams to you for help. The crowd behind him seems very angry. What do you do?
Rush to the man's aid immediately, despite your lack of knowledge of the circumstances. Stand aside and allow the man and the mob to pass, realizing that it is probably best not to get involved. Rush to the town's aid immediately, despite your lack of knowledge of the circumstances. I would like to think that most likely I would probably rush to the man's aid immediately. And according to my answers, I got the rogue. And I swear, I think almost every time I do this, I get the rogue. Either rogue or thief. I'm pretty bad, aren't I? All right, well, there you have it. There is the, questionnaire option for that. Let's hit the back button here because I'm going to show you the class list. Here are your options here. And this allows you to see how it's kind of sort of set up when you pick something. Each class has a specialization. They are combat, magic, or stealth. You'll get 2 favorite attributes depending on what you pick here, and you have major and minor skills. And you only level up in this game by leveling the major and minor skills. You can't just level any of the skills that you have, because you'll have miscellaneous skills that you won't necessarily pick that are part of your class and whatnot. But you can't just level anything. It has to be a major or a minor skill. And then you have the last option here, which is fill out the forms yourself. When you click this, you first hit here. You can name it whatever you want. You get to pick your specialization, and then you get to figure out what you want for your favorite attributes, and then you get to essentially pick your major and your minor skills. What do you want to do? I like this method the best because, of course, it allows you to really, really customize. And if you like playing Dungeons and Dragons like I do, this feels a lot more like you're kind of doing a Dungeons and Dragons as kind of, way of, playing. Like, you really get to, kind of customize your character a little bit. So let's go ahead and use this method here. And I'm going to backspace for one thing because I don't want to be just an adventurer. That's boring. Boring sounding. But I also like the rogue sounds. So we're gonna play to our strengths here. Well, sort of our strengths. We're gonna play what we like, what we kind of like here. So yes, I like the rogue idea, but I also, because I picked the Dunmer, I also like a little bit of magic. So we're gonna be a rogue mage type here. Yes, I'm totally doing it that way. Bam. But specialization will be stealth. Agility is always nice, but I also want intelligence. So for major skills, even though I've picked stealth as a major, one of my favorite attributes, I want a decent bit of magic in here. So I definitely want destruction. Dunmers are pretty good with destruction magic. I also like alteration, and I think I will throw in mysticism, and for added bonus, let's be sneaky. And let's see, also what's really nice, I know what I'll do, alchemy's good too. There we go. Now for minor skills, gonna have a light armor because light armor weighs less. Short blade, gotta have a blade in there. Oh, let's see here. Let's pick security. Oh, you know what? I think I'll leave athletics. Athletics is nice. I'm not going to do acrobatics. And there's a reason for that. And for our last one, let's be... Actually, I wonder if I should swap out... I do want speechcraft in here. I think I should... it probably wouldn't... You know what? I'm going to swap alchemy with speechcraft. I think I want to be a little bit better at talking to people. There we go. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, that sounds fun. This could be interesting. Ready, set, go.
Very good. The letter that preceded, you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
And now we have the final part here. For those of you who have ever played the Elder Scrolls Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls Online, I have played both of them as well, but these names may look familiar as they are the names of the stones that are around the land of Tamriel. And if you go to those stones, you essentially pick up a buff or some kind of boon that will be given to you by the stone, right? But here in Morrowind, and I believe in the Elder Scrolls for Oblivion, they are here as a list, and they are constellations that you can be born under, and they can give you buffs or weaknesses. For example, you have the Apprentice here. It will fortify your magic, but it will make you weak to magic. So yeah, you can have more magic. Yeah, you'll be able to cast spells more efficiently, but you're going to be pretty weak to whatever you get coming at you. Then you have the Atronach. They allow you to have spell absorption, which is nice, and you get a fortified maximum magic, which is really nice. But stunted magicka, which means you will not regenerate magic over time. You can still take a potion and get your magicka back, but if you rest or whatnot, it will not come back. So I think that's where the spell absorption thing comes into play, because then you can absorb the spells, and I think it helps regenerate your magic. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I could be wrong about that now that I think about it. Don't quote me on that. How does that sound? The Lady. Yes, the Lady. This is a fortified personality and fortify your endurance. So yeah, no negatives there. People like you more, and you're going to be able to, get around more. Endurance kind of helps with that. And you have the Lord. You're very weak to fire, but you can restore health to yourself, so you get a nice little heal. Then you have the Lover. which fortifies your agility. You also get a power called Paralyze. And then, but unfortunately, you also get a nice damage fatigue on yourself, which is never fun. Mage. Mage is a nice one. Just a very simple fortify magic. So yeah, if you just want to be a spellcaster with a little bit extra, there you go. Have the mage. The ritual. Now this is an interesting one because you have a turn undead on target, and then you have a touch one, which is another turn undead. So 2 different kinds of turn undead. And you also get Mara's Gift, which is a nice restore health upon you, which is really cool. Then you have the Serpent. You can poison someone on touch, but you will damage yourself. Yeah. Blessing and a curse, right? Then you have the Shadow. All it does is allow you to turn invisible. And by the way, these abilities are, I believe, you can only use them like once a day. I don't think you can use them all the time. I think. Could be wrong though. Then you have Steed, which is a fortify. Speed. Then you have the Thief, which is a sanctuary. So if you don't pick a Dunmer, but you like the idea of a sanctuary type spell of some kind to kind of help you, you get this one. Then you have the Tower, which has a detect animal, detect enchantment, and a detect key ability for 200 feet, which is pretty awesome. And it lasts for a full minute, which is pretty nice if you like that sort of thing. And you also get the Tower Key, which allows you to unlock a door up to 50 points on touch. And then last but not least, you have the Warrior, which fortifies your attack. But for good old time's sake, I am going to go with the Lady, because why not?
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Well, you know. Oh, the alchemy is quite a bit lower than I anticipated. Well, that's depressing. But my speechcraft's pretty good. Well, to be fair, though, I will probably level this up as fast as I possibly can. So it's not too bad. Yeah. So yeah, this is what you get. This is how it looks set up. So yeah, this basically allows you to look everything over and see how you feel. You know, if you like the numbers and stuff. And if you notice down here, there's one thing we didn't talk about, which is luck. Luck can be a favorite attribute, but there is no skill that is governed by luck whatsoever. However, luck does affect you in little ways in everything you do, without it attributing to a major or a minor skill or anything like that. So yeah, it's an interesting little thing to have. And it's also very important, in my personal opinion, to level this up as well. Yeah, here's all the miscellaneous. Yeah, there's some that are a little higher down here, but I did not decide to choose any of these because I didn't feel like I want to. Then it lists all your abilities down here, along with your what you get for your star, your whatever star or constellation you're under. Here's your power. Powers are something you can use once a day only. And then you get spells depending on if you have, I think what it is if you actually have a school of magic as a major skill, then you start off with a base spell from that school. So alteration, I get shield, and I also get water walking. I get 2. Fire bite is because I picked destruction, and then the detect creature is a very basic mysticism spell that I decided to go with there. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I think we can live with this. I think we're good. Yay, we now have a stats menu!
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Yep, and it's right here. Whoop, that was weird. Click the button. Click the right button. There we go. For release by Emperor Ural Septim, the 7th decree to the district of Vardenfell in the province of Morrowind. Name, Raine. Race, Dark Elf. Class, Rogue Mage. Signed, Socucetius Ergala, agent of the Seydanine Imperial Census and Excise, 16th of last seed, 3rd era 427. Bam. And now we have inventory menu. Why, thank you, good sir. And it looks like we're supposed to go out that door right there. But before we do that, let's take a look a little around, shall we? Oh yes, very nice fireplace. He's got this little thing here, but we can't unlock that because We don't have any way to do anything like that. Oh, look at all this nice, well, it's a nice bucket, I guess. Nice little platters here. And ooh, look at this nice platter. What happens if we were just to take that? If you notice, I just went right to my inventory because this is a nice little trick that I did remember. We're gonna drop that now. What do you mean, sir? I didn't. Oh, what are you doing? We'll let your actions go for now. But once you're released, stuff like that will get you arrested again. Oh, okay, officer. I won't do it again. And you get to pick it right back up, and it's like, oh, no, never mind. Because it ended up being ours after all. Ha ha! So yeah, now we have a little something worth 650 gold in our inventory right off the bat that we can sell for later. And I will definitely be holding on to that for now. And look at that. They're so nice. So nice to unlock the door. Thank you, sir. I'm going to close that now. Don't need to see your guys' faces. Thank you very much. Ah, yes. That's always fun and entertaining, isn't it? That never gets old. I love stealing that platter every time. So now we're in here. And as you can see, there's all kinds of stuff. Oh, yep, here we go. You should learn how to do combat. Pick up the dagger on the table by activating with the A button. Oh, yeah? What dagger? Oh, that dagger! You mean this one right here? There it is. Yoink! Equip the dagger, inventory menu. So yeah, so you go to inventory. You grab it, and you automatically click on it. Press the X button to pull out your weapon. Once your weapon is ready, hold and release the right trigger to swing it. Okay? And of course, everything you do costs, you know, fatigue or some kind of resource. So in this case, I don't know if you noticed, but down there on the very bottom left-hand corner, red is health, red bar is health, blue is magicka, and then the green is your fatigue. So when I smack at something, the fatigue does go down. Depending on the weapon, depends on how much fatigue you need to wield that sucker. Of course, a little iron dagger like this, I'm not going to use up that much fatigue. All right, look at all this tasty bread. You can eat ingredients by equipping them on your character. In the inventory menu, ingredients have different properties. Some may hurt you and some may help. Yes. And since I picked alchemy as one of my skills, alchemy is essentially you make potions. And of course, the higher your skill is, the better potions you'll make. Oh, yeah, that's a lovely note here. His card, don't think I've forgotten our wager. I want this dagger sharp as a scamp's claw by morning. Ganseal. Well, sorry, Ganseal. It's ours now. Letters, books, and scrolls can be read by equipping them in your inventory menu. Yes. Ooh, look, more bread. And some paper. Oh, look. There's an ingredient right there. Yum, yum, yum. Silverware plate. These are actually nice little bits here. Ooh, Flynn. Ooh, alcohol. Yum. And it has a fortify willpower and strength ability thing to it. Buffs, let's say. Here we go. This regional liqueur acts like a potion. To drink potions, equip them in the inventory menu. Yay. Take all the things in here. Yes, this is set up exactly like this. You want to take everything in this room. Equipped lockpicks in the inventory menu. Try picking the lock of the small chest on the shelf. Yes, this is exactly set. Oops, I forgot to read that. I picked up the candle, and essentially it says that candles or even torches are essentially like a light source. So, you know, if I go to inventory, I equip that. So yeah, now as you see, I'm holding it in my other hand. So I come out here and yeah, it gives a light source. But as you're doing this, it of course it will burn down. It will wear out. Candles and torches will wear out. So we just unequip that. We don't really need that at the moment. Wow, I didn't realize how dark it was. It is very dark in here, isn't it? That's kind of depressing. Let's turn that back on. It's not that much better, is it? That's okay. In here are ingredients. We want those ingredients. Especially me. And even if you don't pick alchemy as a major or minor skill, if you decide you want to level it later, I would highly recommend it because it's pretty fun. It gets pretty fun once you really are good at it. Oh look, another alcoholic beverage. This one fortifies your strength, but it also drains your willpower. As well as something secretive. We don't know because our alchemy is not high enough level. That's the other thing too, is that if your alchemy is high enough level, ingredients will tell you what they can potentially do. Oh, these controls. Yeah, see, like this large kwama egg. It can restore fatigue, but there's a lot of other things I don't know about it because my alchemy is not high enough. right? Doot. All right, so this must be the chest they were talking about. Okay, so we have the dagger equipped. We want to use that, which is a lockpick. And we managed to unlock it right away, practically. All right, we can put it away. We can keep the candelabra out. And we go. Whoop. We don't have to close the door. We're good. Take everything. Yep, here's some torches. Torches are nice. Definitely want to hold on to some torches. Come here. There we go. There's a plate in that basket. There's a bowl in that one. But in here, there are all kinds of ingredients. Wait, did it work? Oh, I guess it did. That was weird. I couldn't tell it did. All right. All right, took all that. Now here is a bedroll. Bedrolls. Beds can be used to rest in public buildings. Press the black button to rest when out in the wilderness. Yes. So, yeah. That'll come up later when it comes time. So, yeah, there's nothing else in there to take. Yep. That is pretty much set up. This is all tutorial set up exactly to get you started in that. Walk out this door. Ah, there it is. Khajiit have the Eye of Fear power, which makes others run in terror from them. Okay. Oh, we're outside. Let's go ahead and unequip that. Whoop, now we have a map menu. Yep, right up there at the top left corner. Before you come out, always take the travel lantern. And there's a barrel right here. You want to look in here because it will give you a ring. You now have a magic menu where you can see all your power, spells, and magic items. Bam. Cool. So, come here. And yes, there it is. Now we have the list of all our magic abilities. We now have access to them. We can also delete spells. Alright, yeah. So powers, once a day. Power right there. That back out. Alright, I'm going through the door now.
Your papers, please.
Papers, please. Press A to talk to the captain. Select topics to ask them about. Don't try persuasion on him. If you're not good at it, he'll start to dislike you. Yes. Yes, here we go. Aha! This is Celis Gravius, huh? First, let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I am Celis Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to welcome you to Morrowind. And the release identification has been removed from my inventory. Let's talk about his background anyway. I am Celis Gravius, a knight-errant of the Imperial Legion. Let's talk about Morrowind. Yes, you're in Morrowind. I don't know why you're here, or why you were released from prison and shipped here. But your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself, and I don't need to know any more than that. When you leave this office, you are a free man. Wait, sir, I'm a woman. Hello. But before you go, I have instructions on your duties. Instructions from the Emperor, so pay careful attention. Duties, eh? This package came with the news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Cusades in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Cusades. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. Yay! So he gave me directions and a package. And 87 gold. Yay, so nice! But what if we ask you about Uriel Septim? Yes, Uriel Septim is still the Emperor. According to my instructions, he personally authorized your release from prison and your delivery here. It's all very mysterious, but that's the way the Empire works. Silence, secrecy. Let not the left hand know what the right hand is doing. The Empire? Yes, of course, this is the Empire. This is Vardenfell district of the province of Morrowind. And Morrowind has been part of the Empire for over 400 years. The current Emperor is Uriel Septim, 24th of the Septim line. You haven't been in prison that long, have you? Nothing wrong with your head, is there? The men said you were acting a little strange when they brought you in from the ship. Balmora, eh? Balmora is north of Saint-Denis. The road passes Pelagiad village and Fort Pelagiad, crosses a deep ravine, passes Fort Moonmoth, then turns west along the Odai River and into Balmora. The South Wall Corner Club is in southeast Balmora on the east side of the river. For more detailed directions, talk to Elone the Scout at Errol's Trade House here in Saint-Denis. But take my advice. You're new here. Take the Silt Strider to Balmora. Fast, cheap, safe. Cross the bridge and head east. Can't miss it. A silt strider, eh? Silt striders carry passengers and cargo between settlements on Vardenfell. Fares depend on distance to be traveled. Silt striders are giant insects. A compartment for passengers and cargo is hollowed out from the creature's shell. The driver directs the beast by directly manipulating exposed organs and tissues. Silt striders travel between Albrun, Balmora, Seydanin, Suran, Nissus, Molagmal, Margan, and North Landing near Vivek. That's a lot of places to travel. And then, of course, we can ask him finally about Caius Cosadas. Report to Caius Cosadas in Balmora. I can't tell you where to find him, but you are to go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for him. Someone there can direct you to him. All right then, good sir. And here, we have the persuasion that you see up here. This is where you can admire, intimidate, or taunt, or even bribe someone. We're not going to do that in this guy, because he's Imperial, and they're not very easily swayed sometimes. Especially since we're so low level. All right. We're going to walk out this door now to Seydanin. Press the white button to use your journal and review what you've been told. You should probably check out Errol's trade house up on the left. You're on your own now. Good luck. And good luck we will need. Because this world is, while it's very awesome, it's going to be very dangerous for a while. Our lovely low-level stuff. Here we are. I'm sneaking. Nobody can see me. Look at this lovely graphics right here. Pretty good, huh? All right, everyone. We are a free individual. We're out and about in the world. And that will have to do for this first lovely video and introduction to The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. And yeah, when we come back, the world is our oyster. We'll see what kind of chaos we can cause for people around here. I mean, no, why would we ever do that to all these fine citizens, right? Well, stay tuned for the next exciting episode here, folks, of me playing The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind here at Farmhouse Sync Gaming. And if you liked it all what you saw here and hope to see more fun shenanigans, don't be shy about hitting that subscribe button. And I hope to see you next time. Hasta luego. Ciao.